Hey guys, Big Daddy Biggs, West Louisiana Bee Farm. Y'all probably remember back around the end of October, actually the last video I did, I think, I did a cutout and I got some, I did a bee rescue, put some bees in this box here, long lane straw, and as you can see, they're gone. Now, I moved them. They didn't leave and they didn't die. Although if you look down here, there's like several, well, it won't focus. It's just not going to focus. There we go. There's like several thousand bees down there. So what I thought I would do, because I came out one day, maybe you can see underneath here. Now, y'all, it's getting dark and it's rainy and cold, but you might can see underneath here that there's just a plethora of bees that are dead in the bottom of it. And I noticed that one day and I said, well, I need to do something. And I thought maybe they were having a problem. I just thought maybe they were having a problem. So anyway, what I did, this is my shop. This is where I make all of my boxes and everything. I decided that because it's winter time and I wanted to put some feed on them and do a little experiment, that I would do this. And that's a nuke. Okay, I've got a tube going out this window, and all I did was I cut out a piece of plywood that would fit, you know, in the length of the window. Drilled a hole through it, put this PVC fitting, don't know what it's called, coupler, reducer, adapter, I don't know. And this is 1-inch vinyl tubing. This is like a 1-inch to a 3/4, and also here is a 1-inch to a 3/4 going into the box. I sealed off the front entrance, and I put a hive top feeder. Now this is sugar water. The little black line is where the water is right now. I kind of want to monitor that. Now, here's the concept. I'm hoping. Now it's not a weak hive. They have like four good combs in there. One not so good that hadn't been built up, so it's pretty much an empty frame. They got a good cluster of bees. I would say a good couple of thousand bees are in this box. They did make a queen. I didn't make another video because I didn't have time, but I told you at the end of the last video that I would come back and do an update. I'll link that video to this one. Anyway, they did make a queen. I'm not sure if she's mated or not. If she's mated, she's not mated real well. She was kind of thin, but she was big enough I could lay eyes on her pretty quickly. Sorry I didn't video the transfer. You've seen bees before. I just want to show you the project that I'm doing. But we will open it up later in a few weeks. And depending on how this level here does, we'll open it up and see what's going on. If it empties out pretty quick, then that's what I'm looking for. Now, let me explain a couple of dynamics about this. One problem that a lot of people have when they try to bring a hive inside is that it gets too warm and the bees want to fly out on a very cold day. You will see I have a heater, and it's blowing right now. It's kind of warming up the shop, but I will not keep it on all the time. I am keeping it on tonight. I'm probably going to put it on a timer, and I'm going to let it warm up the shop right before daylight on the timer and for a few hours after it gets dark in the evening. And I'm also going to have some light. The reason is these lights in here, they're all daylight lights. They all mimic daylight, even the one underneath here. I only buy daylight, sunlight type fluorescent lights. That is, between that and the warmer temperatures, I'm hoping that I'll be able to get to trigger the queen into laying. Now, may be a bad idea. We're in South Louisiana, West Central Louisiana, okay? This may work here, but it may not work somewhere else, okay? And I hope you understand that. But one of the dynamics here is this tube. Now, if the box does warm up too much to where the bees want to fly out on a cold day, my hope is that I made this tube long enough between the box, the inside of the box, and the outside of this board is about a foot, maybe a little bit less than a foot. So I'm hoping that that gives them enough space to get out of the warmth of the hive and drift over to the door and realize, wait a minute, it's too cold to fly out. I don't know if that's how bees think. I don't know if that's how they operate. This is a very unscientific, very unscientific trial or experiment that I'm doing. So that's kind of the idea behind that. I've got the box completely sealed off to where they can't get out here in the shop, except for the hole in the top. Of course, the hole is for the sugar water, and when I go to put more sugar water on it, I'll just swap the boxes out. Anyway, we're hoping to build up this hive because these are genetics that aren't a part of my apiary. This is a rescue hive. I'm hoping I'm able to save them. There was no brood in this box that I could see, and I made a real quick transfer. But worst of all, there was no stores. There was about that big of an area that had honey in it, had nectar in it. Everything else was dry. So they were going to die anyway. Going to try this experiment and see if it works. Y'all check back. I'll be updating this in a few weeks, maybe a week or so. I don't know. Just depends on how much sugar water is gone. But when I update, I'll be opening the box. Later, y'all. And by the way, if there is anything that you see in this video that you want to comment on or maybe critique, like I said, it's an experiment. I don't even part of the way want to pretend that I know what I'm doing. Just something I wanted to try out. If you've tried it out and it didn't work for you, or it did work for you, I'm sorry, it's pouring down rain here. If it did or did not work for you, I'd like to know about it. Give me some help. Tell me what you think would work if we did it differently. Sorry, I'm getting winded trying to talk and walk at the same time. I'm going to let y'all go. Like the video. Appreciate it. Bye.